Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's time to do a little bit of printer maintenance here. Looks like we got another failed print, and I was kind of waiting for this to happen because this is a perfect opportunity to show you something. The FEP has been kind of scarred up for a while and it's about time to change it. So in today's video, we're going to do it a simple way compared to the normal way. Try to get this all set up here on my Saturn 4 and get it back to printing. So one of the things that people dread the most in resin printing is replacing your FEP sheet in your vat. This can be one of the most time-consuming things there is to do maintenance on your printer, and today I'm going to show you a much simpler process in doing so. So Chitu Systems was kind enough to send me over the Hoopat. What a name. So this is a quick release resin tank for LCD printers, resin printers in general, and Saturn 4 in specific, because this is the one that we're going to be replacing today. When you open it up, you got your replacement film right here, your FEP itself, some instructions, and here is the vat itself. It actually has a nice little cover over it, and basically once we pull this cover off, this is the vat itself. So what makes this vat different from your current one is you see the locks up here on each side. So these actually kind of pop off like so. And off comes your aluminum hoop, which is one of the reasons why they call it the Hoopat. So you see a lot of the places right here where there would be screws in your other vat. What this does will actually hold the FEP down. So according to the instructions here, it's very simple. So we're starting out fresh here. So basically the instructions are pretty self-explanatory, and we're going to go ahead and actually see if this thing works. We actually have several film. They sent me quite a bit here. All right, now we're going to go ahead and remove this blue film here, and then remove the other layer here. We're just going to apply it onto this right here, and then we're just going to go ahead and apply it onto these little pegs here. Your holes are pre-done, so you don't have to cut any holes or anything of the sort. And then the next thing you're going to do is flip this upside down and put it onto the vat. And then you're going to take the little clips here with the flaps and you're going to crunch it down. So I recommended doing the length first, and it actually tightens it too. And just like that, your FEP is replaced. That simple. Now let's see if it actually works. Now that was so much easier and took far less time than taking all those screws out, poking the hole, stretching it across and everything, and then re-putting it back in there. On Chitu's website, there's a lot more information regarding price, and as well as all of the other printers it does support. It is not the cheapest accessory in the world, but considering the ease of use and everything that is included with it, it may be for you, it may not be for you, but it is definitely a convenience in replacing your FEP on your printer. So take a look into it and find out all the other information on their site. It looks like it's really stable. I'm going to put it in the printer, try it out, and we're going to see what kind of results we get with making sure it doesn't leak or anything like that. It doesn't look like it's going to. It looks pretty stable, but let's try it out. So I took my vat out. It's got a lot of scarring. I've seen a lot worse, but I noticed it was failing in the same spot, which is probably around here. So this is a perfect opportunity to try this new vat. So one thing to keep in mind, before you put this vat on here, this is a perfect opportunity for you to go ahead and do little touch-up stuff, like make sure your LCD screen is working, do your exposure test, do your LCD test or whatever, and clean your screen off, make sure there's no resin, no particles or anything like that. Get it free of dust and everything, and just clean your printer all around and add grease to your Z-axis if you need to, sort of things like that. So when you're changing your FEP, that is a perfect opportunity to do all that stuff. That way you can come out fresh and hopefully get some good fresh prints in it, and maybe do a recalibration test. Who knows whether you want to or not. I did have one question to Chitu Systems that you guys may have, and that's, are you going to have to re-level your bed with these new vats? The answer they say is no, because everything is perfectly symmetrical with your other vat. If something happens to where you need to, then obviously you need to. But yeah, so I'm not going to re-level my bed or anything. I'm just going to put this sucker in and put something on the slicer and get it to printing. So we're all invested in here, and now I'm going to put the build plate back on and put something on the slicer and get it to printing. Man, this thing is dirty. So again, this is a perfect opportunity to clean this thing up before I put it on. And now we're going to go ahead and put a model on the slicer and get to printing. And a few hours later, let's see what we got. All right, look at that. Printed out Conan and Thor's head here from my Patreon. Looks like everything turned out just fine. So there is the vat. There is no leaks or anything like that, so I would say this was successful. So since that initial print, I've actually went and printed a lot of other little smaller parts on that same vat, and everything's turned out just fine, including this Wolverine model here, which is one of my newest models on my Patreon. And as you can see, there's several of the parts here. Not all of them was printed on the Saturn IV, but most of the smaller parts were. And I haven't had any failures so far with them, and everything turned out very nice. So this vat is pretty good in my sense, and it's easy to change out, and I will definitely be using this in the future. I just wish they had one for the Frozen Sonic Mega AK. So the Hoopat is simple to use, easy to install, and they do have an array of different printers that they have this available for. You just have to check Chitu's website, and I'll have a link below in the description as well. So I will definitely be using this more and more on my Saturn IV and some of my smaller printers as well. So something you might want to check out, and hope this video helps you guys out. Thank you for tuning in. And until the next video, everybody, stay safe out there. Get out and create something. Print, prep, paint, repeat. I almost messed that up. And have a good day. And until the next video, we'll see you.